Hi, my name is Claudia Rose, and I am reviewing the Labyrinth Tarot Card deck. This deck materialized in my room. I don't remember buying it, but I am a big fan of the Labyrinth, so I wasn't going to be too upset about getting a new deck. It does come with this book, the Tarot Deck and Guidebook. It's a very small book. It's not the smallest I've ever seen, but it is pretty small. And with it being very small, it does have very, very short summaries. And this deck is a deck that can be upright or reversed. I typically only stay with decks that are just upright. Is kind of my uncomfortable zone of doing reverse readings. I've been reading since I was 11. So for 29 years now, and I'm still not comfortable with the reverse, but that is something that I do need to improve on as a person who is growing as an individual. Just because something is new doesn't mean it's bad. So I feel that this deck is a little bit on the gimmicky side. I do love the Sarah being the fool and running and starting her new journey, not knowing exactly where she's going. That's a great artistic expression, merging the two, Labyrinth and the tarot together. I think that's awesome. There's the Magician as David Bowie, the King of the Goblins, which again is just really rocking it. I love it. The art is just amazing and cool, and it's such a strong representation. How awesome is that? All right, then we have the High Priestess as one of the goblins. Not really understanding that. I should have to read it. The stepmom being the Empress. Okay, I like it. That's awesome. I haven't looked at these cards, like I said, but man, what a great representation. She's the mom. She's the ruler of the roost. She's bringing the female energy. She's strong. She's bringing all the feels, and you can see it in her expression. She's very stoic. She's rough around the edges. Oh, man, that's awesome. And the Emperor, the dad looks very drained. He looks solemn. He looks like a hard case to please. He's juggling. He has his hands full. You can see that he's in a business suit, so he's all about business, and he's all about, taking care of his responsibilities. Oh, man, that's so cool. I love it. All right. Oh, man, it's Huggle. Look at that artwork. Isn't that cool? Oh, I just love the artwork on this. And this is why, like I say, when you pick tarot cards, go with the artwork. Because the artwork and whatever speaks to you is going to be what is going to help you read. It's going to propel you being a better tarot card reader. Now, this is not one of the regular cards of the dancers. So I would definitely have to read this, and I'd have to understand this because it's not one of the normal cards. And that's another thing. I really don't like it when they take a deck of cards and they change the original cards to different things. Like I've noticed with this one, they have a page of junk. Okay. Not quite sure what element that's supposed to mean, but we'll figure that one out when it comes. All right. Then we got the Hermit. I didn't really feel that in the storyline he was too much of a hermit. He had a hat that could talk, but I do see visually how he could be the closest representation of the hermit, a hunchback old man with facial hair and a lantern. I get that. I do. I get it. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, man, that's a rad interpretation. I like it. That's really, really cool. The moving stones. Y'all get that? I hope you get that. Oh, cool. Look, the Justice. Look at that. Remember the hands of walls and which way do you want to go? It was up to Sarah, and she said, let's go down since I'm pointed down. And Justice is kind of leading you to what your decisions are going to be. That is a really cool representation. I'm really excited about that. Oh, the Hangman, Ludo. Oh, look at that. Do you remember when Ludo got caught and he got hung upside down and Sarah had to come save him? Okay, all right. Well, Ludo, poor Ludo, he's a big scary monster, so he's darned if you do, darned if you don't. just like the Hangman. Awesome. Oh, and there's Fate. Okay, all right. Well, that's one that's not normal. So as you see, and as I'm going through it, I'm getting all nostalgic. I do apologize about that, but I love the Labyrinth. And see, there's the King of Junk, the Queen of Junk, which is very a great representation. I get that. It's all about what reads to you and what you like. So because I haven't sat down with this deck and I haven't done a reading, I would definitely have to read through this book to understand the cards and symbols that I'm not familiar with. So there's pots. There's the Five of Pots, which might take place of the cups, because it's themed. They want to go ahead and do it to what's going to represent the movie better than the original lineup of cards. And I'm a traditionalist. I do like the traditional style, but this is still a really cool representation of merging the Labyrinth to tarot. And I think overall, I think they did a good job. I think I do need to read the book and I need to play with the cards a little bit more so that I could get a good feeling like, is this a good deck? Does it do a good job reading? Do I get good interpretations? Am I able to answer questions? Am I able to have insights? And I love the back of the door, the little shield of the door knocker. I do think that's awesome and amazing. And it does tell you, on the outside, which is up, which is down. So, that's a good indication so you understand as you're flipping cards. Overall, I think they did a very good job. I'm definitely glad that this deck materialized in my room. And I can't wait to familiarize myself with it and put it into one of the decks of rotations that I have.